Loving you is like flowing water, baby. You give me the strength through the fire, baby. I'm gonna be your.
What's poppin', squad? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, then welcome and hello. So let's get right into the video. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, August Alsina. Okay, so August Alsina does an interview with Angela Yee and says that, basically, he was in a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith for a long time. Okay, so much to the point where he had lost deals, money, all kind of stuff, right? And he said he loves her, he loves the family. He also says that Will Smith gave him his blessing to do so. All right. Now, Jada Pinkett and Will are coming out to say, no, that did not happen. We love August Alsina, but it's just not the truth. My whole thing is, why would he need to lie? Yes, August Alsina is not all the way there. Yes, he has issues. Yes, he's had a tough upbringing. But if you ask me, I feel like Jada Pinkett Smith took advantage of him. I feel like August Alsina is a victim of love and not understanding that the lines, although they are very much so blurred, there is still a line there. What do I mean? I feel like this. Jada and Will are very clearly swingers. They're clearly in an open relationship. For years, we felt like they were in an open relationship. They never really confirmed or denied it. Actually, Jada would go on interview after interview lying as if, they weren't, that it wasn't going to come out someday. But here's the thing. I feel like this. Jada has said it before. She is never going to leave Will Smith. She's never going to leave him. And I feel like he's never going to leave her. However, they're allowed to do their own thing. So Will is allowed to travel the country with pretty young models and go all over the world. And Jada's allowed to go have some young hot thing locked up in the east wing of the home in some type of sacrificial chambers. You know what I mean? Giving them blowjobs and pegging them from the back. Okay. And I feel like that they're okay with that, so much to where once they're done doing what they're doing with their side pieces, everybody sits together, including the kids and Tyler, the creator, and have a big old sacrificial lunch. You know what I'm saying? And they talk about all the weird kinky things that they've done, while the other was somewhere else. Okay, I mean, not for nothing, Willow Smith has her whole head chopped off, and the son is walking around saying Tyler, the creator's his boyfriend. Meanwhile, the whole thing was we were thinking that August Alsina was banging poor Jada Smith. However, that was just a play date. August Alsina was somewhere getting sucked off in a sacrificial chambers by Jada, while Will Smith was probably tickling his hole from the back, giving him the blessing. You know what I'm saying? The blessing of love. Don't get me started. You what? You trying to say that Will didn't get a piece of that August Alsina butt? Oh, please. Will tasted that butt first. He okayed the butt. Once Will stuck his face in the butt, and it was a goal for Jada to have a piece of the butt. I bet you Will can come back from it when any of his travels and get a piece of August Alsina's butt. But obviously, August is not ready to go there. That's too hot and heavy for the conversation. Now, nonetheless, these two people took advantage of August Alsina, I feel. Okay, let's get back to what's important. I feel as though August Alsina is a victim of a horrible circumstances due to his health and his childhood upbringing. He has talked about being compromised as a child. He's talked about a lot of things. He's talked about having mother issues. He's lost his sister. You know what I mean? He has illnesses. So it's just like, but he's a very attractive man, right? But you can tell that the boy is broken, and you can tell that the boy has been broken for a very long time, still yet broken. His career never really went to its peak where it could go, because every time he would take a step forward, something would happen in his life where he'd take a step back. So I feel like Jada Pinkett Smith got with him. You know what I mean? Because her and Will have their thing going in their own little weird, kinky Hollywood set. And I feel like she didn't really care about him. She cared about him to a certain degree. But once August Alsina wanted to be the only one, once he really latched on too tough, once he really thought that she was going to be completely with him and with him only, that's where he messed up. Because yes, you can come over, you can sleep with me, you can be locked up in the chambers, you can suck me off, I can suck you off, and Will can do that. He can come and go as he please and do whatever he wants to do. Hell, if Jaden wants to get involved one night, you can go suck him off too, and everybody's happy. It's science, it's beauty, it's nature, it's life, whatever, right? But don't catch feelings. And I feel like he caught feelings, and I feel like Jada's thing is this: I'm never leaving my husband. So it doesn't matter how deep you go, how long you're here, what we do, what we don't do. I would never leave Will Smith, and the same for Will Smith. So you can never, even if you feel like you are getting close to that number one spot, they're never going to separate. And I feel like August Alsina realized that and then became frustrated because he's like, shit, well, I sacrificed my whole entire life pretty much to be in this relationship with you. I sacrificed a whole lot. People thought, I was, I could have only imagined. He said he lost money. And I feel like he lost money because people probably were thinking, well, why are you with Jada? Why are you with Jada Pinkett Smith? And you know that she's a married woman. You know what I mean? Are you a homewrecker? And he made it very clear that he's not a homewrecker. He made it very clear that that's not what he wanted to do. He made it very clear that Will gave him the blessing. And here's my thing. I feel like the people in Hollywood already knew this. I mean, I feel like the people in Hollywood know exactly what's going on. There's clips out there of, them on the red carpets together, and you got Queen Latifah looking at them like, girl, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different stuff out there on the internet showing, proving that they were closer than just friends. But what's so weird though, I think wasn't there a point in time where Jada was trying to make it seem like August Alsina was like her second son? That's a little creepy as well. Who knows? In Hollywood, anything goes. But yeah, at some point, she was trying to make it seem like he was her son. They would always downplay it until that Nunya song came out. People that pretty much confirmed it to the masses, and still, he came back and made it seem like, no, that wasn't true. But we hear sources are saying, and people are saying, and the blogs are saying that Will Smith pretty much silenced him and told him to be quiet. And I could imagine, because the Pinkett Smiths are a huge, powerful family, right? So you don't want to piss them off if you ever want to work in Hollywood or do anything. They're a big family. They're well respected. And, you just sit there and be sacrificed. And I guess he's at a point where he's like, you know what, man, I've almost died. I've been quiet for so long. I was in love with this cougar and she left me hanging. She left him. And it is what it is. I feel bad for August Alsina now. Do I feel like he's totally the victim in this? No, yes and no. Here's the thing. I feel like you knew that this was a weird situation that you was going into. Why would you think that you can go into a married family, even I don't care how weird and kinky and freaky and all kind of weirdo sacrificial shit they be doing over there. I don't care how weird it is. Why would you want to bring your ass into a situation where you are asking the husband of this high profile man and his whole high profile family to be with his wife publicly? Meanwhile, you guys are sharing the same quarters. You're there every day. You're in this wing of the house. She's in that wing of the house. Y'all having lunches together, Christmases together, all kind of shit together, right? You didn't think that would get weird at any point? I mean, I can understand a person having an open relationship and, you do you, I do me, but we don't bring it home. It's very much so, you do what you do, I do what I do, and we communicate about it. I didn't think it was a situation where, you're at this wing of the house, he's at this wing of the house, and then sometimes we're at the same wing of the house. That's what the Smiths are giving. And then for them to sit here, so I feel like that August, he should have known that was weird. So he was in on it too. And he got a little bit beside himself because he got too emotionally invested and didn't realize that woman is not going to leave her husband. That is what they do. Jada was being insensitive. She should have known that this boy had issues, psychological issues, drug issues, mental issues, mommy issues, child endangerment issues. Every issue that you could think of, August Alsina has had that issue. And you played up on the heartstrings of him and made this man fall in love with you. And then when he wants to be a little bit more serious, you drop him like a hot potato. And now that he's speaking out about it, you're denying everything. What a dirty, 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 dirty dog. Everybody knows that you and Will are swinging. Everybody knows that you and Will are not together. You're way too masculine for Will. Well, actually, you might not be too masculine for Will. I actually think that you are masculine enough for Will. The dynamics are really, really interesting. Will's a little bit feminine, and Jada's a bit masculine. And you guys are both very strong people. So I could see you guys are more like BFFs. Because I could see very, very much so Jada being, very domineering in a relationship. But at the same time, I see Will being very narcissistic because he's the more famous one. You know what I'm saying? Jada's famous too, but Will is just more popular. But Will is definitely more flamboyant and feminine than Jada. Jada is definitely the more masculine one. So she needs her a soft bottom too. And I don't think, and you know what's interesting? They both like younger. They both like younger, softer, and prettier. So, if you think about the makeup of a young Will Smith and then you look at a young August Alsina, both, skinny, thin at one point, and, soft, feminine men. That's her type. And then you look at a younger Jada, very petite and very beautiful, considered one of the most beautiful girls of her time. Everybody loved Jada Pinkett. I remember my dad loved him some Jada Pinkett, right? So Will's just going to get her younger, fresher, hotter her, and then she's going to get her another softer, feminine, freakier him. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. They're a nasty family, a freaky set, and a weird vibe. And it's a weird flex, and I don't like it. But if that's what works for them, that's what works for them. I feel bamboozled, tricked, and fooled. Okay, because secretly in the back of my mind, I was thinking the whole time that August Alsina was tooting up Jada. Meanwhile, you got Will from the front and Jada in the back, all on poor August Alsina in the northern chambers of the mansion with a gag ball in his mouth. And nobody knows this is going on, all in the middle of the day somewhere in Hollywood. Wow. So, those are just my thoughts on the situation. I think it's a very unfortunate situation, right? However, I definitely believe August Alsina, and I cannot believe that Will and Jada are sitting here lying like this. Like, this is not true. They know this is true. Why don't you just say it? I don't get it. But you know what? That's what I think is so interesting. I think that Will and Jada also have like mental issues, because if you listen to Jada talk, she'll say, I'm too prideful to get a divorce. If anything, you're going to do what you do on this wing and I'm going to do what I do on this wing, but we're not going to get a divorce. It's like, girl, what is the point of being in a relationship? Because you care about what the public sees, the public perception? Does Hollywood make you feel that crazy where you have to live this picture perfect lifestyle based upon what the public perception is? I wouldn't give a damn what you people thought about me publicly. If it don't work, I gotta go. Not finna sit here and play games with you. Why would you do that? That's crazy. It's crazy. These people need help. I don't ever want to be that Hollywood to where I'm just losing my freaking mind. You know what I'm saying? This shit is weird. But either way, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this is weird? Are you guys with August Alsina, or are you guys with Jada and Will? I mean, I'm a little bit with both. I just feel like the situation is it's a case of lines. It appearing that there are no lines, but there are lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, it appears that everything is open, but it's only open to a very certain extent. And that line is very blurred, and sometimes it can get crossed. And once it gets crossed, somebody gets hurt, i.e. the extra added party, because Will and Jada have the complete understanding. It's always the people on the other side that don't quite get it, right? So they're the ones who cross over those blurred lines. And then once they do, they get burned and they get in their feelings. Hence the reason why August Alsina is the way that he is today. So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments. And let's keep the conversation going. All right. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.